clean throw and keep him upright in the pocket. I think that'll take a lot of pressure, so he doesn't have to feel like he's running around and trying to make a huge play out of nothing or whatever.
I know he used to be in your position room, but what's it been like going against Max Gibbs in practice?
Yeah, he's a great kid. He continues to get better with his technique, so he's slowly becoming even harder to block just because he's so big, and now he's working his hands a little more and push pull and a little like swim moves and hand swipes. So he's gonna be a great player though.
You talked about getting some runs early to try to help out Jaxson. What do you guys got to do to do a little better in the run game, even though you're expecting stack boxers?
Yeah, just communication's huge because UCLA will move around. They'll do a lot. Just had it upright and give our running back a chance to hopefully find a crease in one of those stack boxes or blitzes where they're moving or stemming. So just being on the same page as the O-line, and I feel like for the most part all this year has been great communication no matter what lineup we kind of put out there. So just continuing that and trusting our backs and giving them a chance.
How about those backs? So what were your first impressions of Keontae when you first transferred over here?
Yeah, I mean, he's a great player, really explosive, hits the hole, been a great locker room guy, fun to be around, and I think he's found a lot of traction in the past couple games, and he's run the ball really hard.
He's kind of mentioned that he's a little bit of like a jokester. He's always cracking jokes. Kind of a tester to him saying that.
Yeah, I mean, he's always making jokes and smiling and having a good time. So, he's been a joy to block for. And but when it comes game time, he runs the ball hard and he fights for extra yards. And as an O-line, we love a guy that hits the hole, fights for yards, and is a good dude in the locker room.
Graham was talking about Jaxson being a natural leader. In what ways do you see that?
Yeah, I mean, young kid, coming from out of state, just fit right in and friends with everyone in our little locker pod and in the whole locker room. And when he stepped up for Washington State, it seemed like he had a few starts under his belt and made some mistakes early on, but really just brushed it off and finished the game out strong. So that's pretty rare for, is he 17 or 18? But however old, that's pretty impressive, to have an O-line that's a little bit older, 21, 22, 23-year-old guys, and for him to just, come in and produce is huge.
Was there a moment last winter or spring where you kind of first noticed, hey, this guy has that quality to him?
Yeah, I think just kind of, I didn't really get to see him much in like winter workouts, but come spring ball, he was slinging the rock nice and just held himself to a pretty high standard for early enrollee and did a really nice job. So I think kind of just the progression of spring ball and watching him make some really amazing throws was impressive.
Do you have to do anything different? Do you have to change your technique at all with a guy that wants to scramble and keep plays alive, just knowing that you may be blocking for a little bit longer with the way that he plays in the back?
Yeah, I think this week with Dart back there, we're just gonna have to strain a little bit harder. But I think the key we'll try not to get holding calls. If you feel the D lineman kind of run away, you just gotta let him go and but just block extra hard and never give up, because you never know, you could be running around back there for a couple seconds. And then I think another key will just try not to get the holding calls. If you feel someone pull away, just let them go.
When you do that, what's kind of the thought process then? Do you turn and just try to find someone else to hit, or what kind of goes through your mind when you kind of feel that defensive lineman?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes if you feel him pull away, just kind of let him go and follow him, and hopefully he'll make your block right in a way. But if you're kind of like the open hitter, just find someone to block or hit or do something. So I'm excited to watch Dart play, though. He's going to make some plays for us.
It was a little different when there were two quarterbacks rotating. Now that he's the guy, have you seen any difference in him kind of asserting himself now that he knows that, hey, I am the guy?
Yeah, I think so. And both quarterbacks have done a great job. And I think maybe, rotating it's hard to find a little bit of rhythm at quarterback, switching every one or two drives. So Dart's going to settle down, and hopefully the offense will get in a nice rhythm, and it'll be firing, and we'll score a lot of points.
Can you talk about dealing with a blitz-heavy defense like UCLA and kind of what they're throwing at you and at Jaxson?
Yeah, I think again, it's just going to come down to a lot of communication and all being on the same page. And if they bring 6 and we got 5 to block, just block your guy and don't try to do anything too extra. Just block your guy and trust that someone's going to make a play, make one miss, or we'll get the ball out quick or something like that. But yeah, I think communication's huge on a team like this because they'll throw a bunch of stuff at you, and they want to bait you into a wrong call and get a free hitter to hopefully make a play for them, 10-yard loss or sack, fumble, or interception. So I think communication and just being on the same page, watching a lot of film, and just it'd be nice. It's nice to know kind of what they're doing before it even happens. So I think film this week will be huge, and getting the early jump on them last week was also big.
Do you feel any extra pressure or responsibility to identify the fronts, with Jaxson back there versus Keaton, a guy who's seen a little bit more?
No, I'm always trying to do, a good job. I think, I guess the added pressure comes just, like he said, with the blitz-heavy team. You got to be on your toes because, they're going to stem, they're going to fire multiple people from all different directions. So just IDing things and, on a blitz-heavy team is definitely, you got to be a little bit more alert and uptight for these type of games instead of a team that just, lines up and plays the same defense over and over.
Have you thought about going up against Jay in this game?
Yeah, I mean,
it's kind of a unique situation.
Yeah,
right?
it is a unique situation, and he's a great player and a good kid, so it'll be a good battle. And yeah, but it is kind of weird that he was here in the spring and then it's like we're gonna play him in the fall. But he's a good kid, and I hope he's doing well, and he's gonna be a great player.
As a fifth-year guy, have you given any thought to the potential of playing next year, returning for the sixth year with extra COVID?
Yeah, I'm not sure yet. Just finish out these 3 games. I really have no clue. Just kind of focus on game by game, and then, when the season's over, give it a little bit more thought.